A senator who is the youngest. I introduce them and I call them if you talk it. A couple of them come, them line up round the like one line, them giant. A senator who's the youngest in the English-speaking Caribbean. President of the PMPYO. Every year, that the Bellefield Conference, Senator Gabriel Morris, President of the PMPYO. Hello, no come to the light. So come to the light. Come in at the light. Walk up in the video light. And I say to you now, another young man who I brought you and said the people of Manchester want to see you, then hear about you. Then watch you on TikTok, then see you on news. Next member of parliament, and I dare say the next minister of health. Southeast St. Catherine, are you here? Dr. Alfred Dawes is here. And a friend of mine, who is one of my political mentors and big brother, him not like the noise and the crowd and the video lighting, but him fall in a hit because he's a senior man, a man of integrity, a diligent man, a disciplined man, who fall in the video light you not like. He was here last year, come here all the time, come give us some support. The mayor of Kingston, Comrade Andrew Swaby is here. Cool, calm, and collective. And I say to Central Manchester and Bellefield. What you say, the vehicle will move it, Wani? All right. Are you Wani pen out orange too? Wani, you know sing a song? 5273 JL. Shauna, I want to go home in a Trelawney. I will name Shauna. Shauna, you want to go home in Trelawney? Machine, okay. 5273 JL. What is that? Vaxi? You need to move. Is there someone right over there? So please, just hurry up and move the vehicle. 5273 JL. I think it's a Vaxi. Axio, white Axio. That is it. White Axio, 5273. If you don't know your license plate, go check your vehicle. White Axio over there, so please remove your vehicle right now. One year, go have a next hand if you don't move the vehicle. Comrades, I bring to you now a son of the soil, former member of parliament in this very constituency. Next member of parliament for Southern Manchester, the senator, the former minister of national security, former member of parliament, Central Manchester, Comrade Peter Bunting. Everybody have touched the stage. If I have 2 minutes, I'm going to give you. But I want to, and if I introduce him, because I bring him on now. Music man, find the Chronics. Find the Chronics. Spanish Town. I go now to St. Catherine. Second term as the mayor of Spanish Town. Vice president of the People's National Party. Everybody in the PMP, that Bellefield tonight. And I say to you now, the mayor of Spanish Town, councillor, vice president of the PMP, Comrade Norman Scott, to bring you greetings in Bellefield. Say, I'm a vice president, but he's not no second term mayor. Don't ramp with my vice president, I'm a friend, you know. Third term as mayor of Spanish Town. Put respect on his name. Comrade Norman Scott again.
Them things somebody done, man. You know, bro, God, try everything. Down to the kitchen sink, them throw at me. Them just can't manage me. Look here. Him come to St. Catherine 6 times. Him spend 1 week at Portmore. And believe it or not, the people them say, bro God, time come for your leave. Because not only did we win back the parish, we won it by an increased margin. And I want to tell you something. We almost win it by 2 more divisions. So, comrades, comrade chairman, comrade, all the MP candidates that are here this evening, all the councillors, and I have to say this thing. I told the comrade leader 2 years ago, that comrade leader, the councillors going to carry you to Jamaica House. And comrades, look here. We're serious about that. And I say my mayor colleague, him there, respect sir. Comrades, we started the journey and a man come out the other day and say, that's what the poll them. But when the poll did show the GLP ahead of the PNP, them used to hug it up. Them used to love it up. But them say a poll is a snapshot at a specific time. And that's true. Because last year, the poll had us only 1 point ahead of the GLP. Later in the year, the poll had us 3 points ahead of the GLP. And later on, the poll had us 5 points ahead of the GLP. And the last one come out of where? 8 points ahead of the GLP. It says something, comrades. It says something. It says that the people are joining the PNP again. It says that the people are fed up with what is happening in the GLP. It says something. And I have to say this quickly, comrades, because we have a minister of local government and community development. Since the election, anybody see him? Anybody see him since the election? Desmond Mackenzie may I call. Nobody not see him since the election. So warm to the minister of local government and community development. Wow, no more community no want develop since the election. Well, we going to call upon him because we want the housing grant. We want the housing grant. We want the funeral grant. We want the street lights because every little rural community now, you hear gunman a shoot up PS. And we want the street lights. So comrades, we calling on the minister who was happy running all over the country, promising all kind of things, giving out all kind of things. We want to hear from him now. Time come. Time come for Desmond Mackenzie to come and give some commitments that he made more than 5 years ago when he said that the local authority and councillors will now get housing grant, funeral grant, and every... Yes, I know that, man. But the fact is, we want the things them, Mario. We want them for the councillors. Because we have more councillors now than them. And them better understand that. So comrades, we see where we're going. We're going to get there. Mark Jefferson Golding is going to be the next Prime Minister of this country. One love, one heart.
My round of applause. Comrades are moving right along. And I bring to you now, youngest senator, president of the PMPYO, Comrade Gabriel Morris. Give her a warm. You ready? Comrade Gabriel Morris, give her a warm Bellefield Division, Central Manchester welcome. Music man, tell us you have to find a hot girl song for the senator, you know. So just find it. The guest speaker is about 1 minute away. Yeah, give her a hot girl song. Not true. You ready, boss? Drop it.
Selector now work with me.
All right, Gabby, me now go. Hold on. No, find the next song. In the meantime, find the next song, Rain. Find the next song. Hot girl song, me say. In the meantime, in between time, the general secretary, the campaign manager who managed to win February 26th and is going to be winning again general elections. Dr. Daddy Campbell is here. The general secretary of the People's National Party in Bellefield. Accompanied by WGS Dexter Martin and a team from PMP HQ. So, music man, Gabby, you ready for her? Hold on, him say I want a minute. When me sing a Gassy there, Gassy, you there, come to the backstage if you're there. I know you don't like the crowd. Gassy, come backstage if you're here. Then signal me anytime you're ready. Comrades, we are touching on the final lap. We are down to our 4 or 5 speakers left. So not to worry, we are very close. I wanted to finish at 9, but I know 9:30 or 10 is good. We are good. You enjoying yourself, not true? You like the vibes, not true? This is a good lead off. Because for the next 4 or 5 months we're gone a conference. Every Sunday we're there somewhere in Jamaica. Every Saturday we're there somewhere spreading the language of the PMP. The gospel of the PMP. Where am there? Where am there? Selector, are you ready for me now? You're not ready yet? All right. Comrade Senator. Comrade Senator of the PMPYO and President. Oh, hold on. Hold on, Gabby. Gabby, you know, say them a fight you. Somebody a fight you and I don't mean. I can't tell you that much. The guest speaker of here tonight, Comrade Senator Damian. And 5 speakers are here. 5 more speakers to go. Let through the senator, let him through.
When we there, yard, nothing nice like Jamaica, roast breadfruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass of lemonade, jumping on the river when me ready for bed. No boy can't buy me out, me no foreign minded, no way compared to Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody
Ease out.
wanna visit Jamaica.
Comrades, the time is going. And I want you, as the senator makes his way to the stage, to welcome his colleague councillor, youngest in the island and in the Caribbean, Comrade President of the PMPYO, Senator Gabriel Morris. One more time to the podium. Music man, line up our song there. Please and thanks the proper way.
PNP candidates, councillors, councillor candidates, mayors, and the man of the moment, the councillor of the Bellefield Division, Comrade Mario Mitchell. And to you, the comrades who keep the engines turning on the People's National Party, the workers, the warriors, the foot soldiers, the word is love. And I want to give a special big up to the young people who are here, the members of the PNP, YO, and those who are ready to be members. Big up, big up, big up. Comrades, we look good. No, man. Comrades, we look good. And we've been going for months. And I did say it, that on February 26th, a whip. And we give it to them in fine style. And now, we are on the road again, comrades, because that was the battle, you know, but we have the war. And when I say war, I don't mean gun and knife war, but it's a political war, a war for the future and the soul of this country that all we love. And tonight, I want to say to those who have ensured that we have made it this far, thank you for sticking with the PNP. We couldn't have done it without the committed men and women and young people who were out there on the road ensuring that we showed up in the local government, election, and delivered a strong message that the people of Jamaica are ready for the People's National Party. So, comrades, I could have come here and say it. If you're ready, let me hear you say ready. I'm not going to talk long tonight, but there was something that I came upon that I just want to share with you tonight. I hear everybody preach sermon, but it's not a sermon. It's the word, it's 2 lines from a poem that was first read in the early days of the PNP, when Norman Manley was leader. And I find them to be even more relevant today. It comes from a poem from James Lowell, and the poem is called The Present Crisis. And if we look around us, comrades, we see that there are many crises that exist in this country today. And what Lowell said was, once to every man and nation comes the moment to decide in the strife of truth with falsehood for the good and evil side. I lay that squarely before you, comrades, tonight, because like I said, we are on a mission for good. But lest we forget that there is evil and injustice out there, because it cannot be right. It cannot be right that we see our young people being cut down every day. It cannot be right that every day for the past couple weeks we've been seeing so many instances of violence in our schools, young people stabbing up each other. That cannot be right. It cannot be right, comrades, when we have a prime minister who can't certify in declarations. It cannot be right. It cannot be right, comrades, when we look around this country and we're hearing people calling out and crying out because some people house get bulldozed while others just know say them cannot afford it because the NHT is being used to do something completely different from what it should be doing. Comrades, we, the People's National Party, we've always been on the right side, the people's side. And so this general election, we're bringing up steam and we're getting ready because we are going to make sure that we put Jamaica back on the right track. We are going to ensure that young, old, everybody in between can have access to opportunity in this country. We are going to make sure that when people go NHT, them can say, yeah, man, me see what me a pay for. Me can get a house. We are going to make sure, Comrade Swaby, that this country is clean. That garbage disposal, because our cleanliness is next to godliness. We are going to make sure that we take control of education. Comrade Damian going to come talk because it needs to turn back on the right track. And so we have a lot of work to do, comrades. In Bellefield, me know say we're strong. We're ready. In central Manchester, me know say we're worse or strong and ready. And if we look across the country, what the polls say, it says we're strong and we're ready. So we are moving forward. We're marching to one beat and we're ensuring that we are fighting for what is good and what is right in Jamaica land we love. So comrades, don't be deterred by the little falsehood what them a spring here and there. Don't be deterred by them trying to sow any seeds of division. We are on a path to victory. And we will not be deterred. So tonight, I want to say, comrades, hold firm. Hold firm. Because we are on our way to Jamaica House with Mark Golding as the next Prime Minister. And we are ready. The word is love, comrades.
Four speakers, because I know, me tell you, say me I keep a tight ship on the time, you know. I'm moving right along. And I said it before he came. First time in Manchester, first time in the Bellefield division. The man who's viral and in TikTok videos about health and your body and everything else. Southeast St. Catherine is where the PMP felt is best needed. Next member of parliament, and I may say so because he's a spokesman, maybe the next minister of health. I want you to welcome warmly in Manchester in the cool weather with the warm people, Comrade Dr. Alfred Dawes.
Man. It's why them play the Rastaman tune they introduce. When I said a selector they ramp with me tonight. Me and you when me come off of the stage. But you don't have to dread to be Rasta. We don't say that. Bellefield. We have less than a year before we are the next government under Prime Minister Mark Golding. How you feel about that? How you feel about that? Them cannot let it go down to September because anything the polls say them have to go same way. Everybody gone foreign in the summer, not true? We have graduation in June. We have exam in May. So that left for April. We have less than a year before we take the reins of power. And it's an awesome responsibility. And we have to get ready. Again, are you ready? It is time we start looking at what a PNP government under Prime Minister Golding looks like. Last year, they had the most to say that PNP disunited and divided. But where are the naysayers now after that February election, where them claims that them win, but down at Belmont Road, MTA could have played football in the parking lot. Michael Manley, God rest, bless his soul. He said in a speech I heard recently that the JLP back then was taken over by a clique. That all they wanted to do was use the party's power to extract money from the common man. And it is the same thing that is happening again this year. It's the same that has been happening over the last 8 years. They and their friends have shared a prosperity that is not available to the average man. Inflation has wiped out all of the salary increases. They talk about they get a little break with bus fare. $70 for bus fare and you can't get no bus because the bus them brought down and them raise the taxi fare so you end up paying more. There is a prosperity in that. But all of the propaganda is wearing off. Nobody knows this if the Prime Minister wear Clarks anymore. Nobody knows business if I ride bicycle or run around a dam. Nobody knows business if the health minister go up on stage and dance. I promise Mario so one day I'm going to get me for dance. But 1 year me in politics and now I'm going to dance on stage. We're not ready yet. When I come to a conference in Southeast and we'll bust a dance. Not true? All right. But we have to look at what my Ministry of Health will look like under Prime Minister Golden. And one thing I will tell you, the poor people who are leaving KPH, Kingston, to go all the way to Spanish Town to identify a dead body when they have to be mourning at the same time just because who fair and square, according to them, won the bid, store the bodies from KPH is none other than a councillor who the Minister of Health installed after removing a sitting councillor and said that everything is above board. And we are expected to believe that. So under Ministry of Health, poor people will have the option of retrieving the remains of their loved ones from a funeral home in Kingston. And that is my promise. Poor people do not have to when their family gets a stroke. We have 7,000 people getting a stroke every year in Jamaica. And sometimes they have to be in hospital a week, 2 weeks waiting on CT scans before you can get an ambulance to take them out and get that scan and start the treatment for the stroke. My pledge is that that will no longer happen. We are going to take care of the people because it is the people who will put us in power whenever that election is called. And it is our responsibility to take care of the Jamaican people. When you have a Ministry of Health that is going to put out a contract, a request for proposals, and says $2.4 million US for that contract, and then weed out every Jamaican company and give a questionable international company the contract, and then double the contract to $5 million US without any questions asked, we are going to look into that. We are going to look into Cornwall Regional, why it moved from $2 billion to $20 billion and still can't finish. While the people of Western Jamaica are suffering. I am putting out a warning to all of the gatekeepers and hustlers in the Ministry of Health. I am warning them that under a PNP government, we are going to review this business where one set of companies getting all of the contracts from the Ministry of Health at inflated prices and sucking out money out of the Ministry of Health. That is my pledge, putting them on notice today. We are going to get a proper ambulance service. We shouldn't be seeing videos where car crash and everybody recording and you pull out people by their neck. Suppose them have a fracture. A killer kill the man. We are going to have a proper emergency service. We are going to cut down on the waiting times. And it's not hard because we're going to build the capacity of nurses and doctors employed to the hospital and give them the tools that they need, the scans that they need, the blood tests that they need. And we're going to realize those savings by not giving friends contracts at inflated prices because it is the people first and not the donors. And that is what it is going to look like under Prime Minister Mark Golden. we are going to tear down all of these billboards and slash the marketing budget of the Ministry of Health. Because the purpose of the Ministry of Health is not to market the minister and make him seem like the best performing minister. It is to take that marketing money and put it into the hospitals, the clinics, the drug serve programs, so that people will control them pressure and them sugar, and you avoid getting your sicknesses that are going to make you admitted to the ICUs, which we don't have none. All the COVID money you hear, money spent on ICUs, and we still have the same number of ICUs as before COVID. Where did that money go? We're going to look into that too. So, comrades, I said to you tonight, we have run a fantastic marathon from last year when everybody wrote us off, when they were embracing the polls showing JLP so far ahead and PNP so far behind. Them love Dan Anderson them time there. But now Dan Anderson wicked and lie. And them hate him. When them used to run off them mouth, but when time come in, and everybody I tell them time come for you to pack your bags and go. Them had a good run in Parliament and talk about it's only 14 people we have. But right now, the 14 MPs have them under manners. Heavy manners. So, comrades, we, the government in waiting, are ready. Are you ready? Because we need to cross that finish line. We need to canvass. We need to enumerate. We need to get out the vote and carry us across the finish line so that within a year, we are the government of Jamaica. Comrades, this is my charge to you tonight. The word is love.
Whoa, whoa. Sailing, sailing. Say when I'm ready, you must hold on steady. We're moving off at lightning speed, yeah. Take a seat and wait till I'm ready. I'm coming.
Ease out. One more time for Comrade Dr. Alfred Dawes. Substance and quality. Next member of parliament for Southeast St. Catherine. Comrades, we're moving right along. And while I was sitting, while Comrade Dawes was engaging you, I saw my friend who created waves. Who created waves across the parish of St. Mary. Not just Omar over there do waves. But my friend and my brother who win a labor right division, send them into retirement. Comrade Giovanni Byfield, Gale division. How much decade you know win Gale it? 22 years PMP have not seen Gale division, and he standing with the people for the 8 years in opposition, and now he's the councillor. I say power to the people. Giovanni Byfield. That's a most appropriate song. Because, comrades, the next speaker is someone who people are trying to tarnish his reputation. I know. I don't make one battery because I don't want no little loose thing going, you know. Yeah. 4 terms. Standing tall. Central Manchester, one in Clarendon. To be returned in South Manchester. The Minister of National Security in the PMP last administration, where the murders almost went to under 1,000 in a year, never have seen in the longest of times. Nobody else but the PMP General Secretary time that won 42 seats, a landslide. Comrade Peter Murcott Bunting, former MP, Central Manchester, next MP.
Division, what a guan. Comrade Chairman Comrade General Secretary, comrades at the head table, comrade mayors, comrade councillors, comrade MPs in waiting, comrades all, good evening. I must tell you, I must level with you. When I came here this evening, just as I came out of the car, I heard the terrible news about Dippo. And it kind of cut my vibe, to tell you the truth. You may not know it, but when I came here years ago as MP, one of the young people who approached me and said, MP Bunting, I just need a start. I just need a start. I said, what you interested in doing? He said, boy, I love music. If I could have just get a laptop, that's all I need, and I'm not looking back. We got Dippo, the laptop, and Dippo became a fixture. DJ at almost every political meeting, even social gatherings at my home in Mandeville. Christmas party, MP Christmas party, Dippo was the DJ. So you understand how I feel to hear this evening that Dippo was murdered during the course of the Bellefield Division meeting. Those of you who don't know Dippo was about the size of a third farmer. Small in build. Big man, but small in build. Didn't have an aggressive bone in his body. And all he would talk about was his daughters and his children and what he wanted to give to them. So for us to hear now the third murder in Manchester this week alone. The third murder in Manchester this week. About a week ago, CJ. That was the Youth Awardee for Agriculture. Wednesday, when I came here for the Era 3 Sports, GSF Sports at Kirkvine, big, middle of the day, 1 o'clock, we heard of a female bartender murdered in New Green. Middle day, broad daylight. Criminals operating with impunity. And now, tonight, Dippo murdered Comfort. You recall the promise that we could live, we could sleep with our windows and doors open. We don't hear nothing about that again. So comrades, as I said, it kind of cut my vibe. But there is one thing I want to cover tonight. This morning in the newspaper, there was a story of rampant cronyism at the National Land Agency, NLA. Once again, we saw an example of where a crony of a minister was placed in a position that they were not qualified to hold. This is not an unusual situation. This is a clear pattern. In fact, I would go so far, Comrade Chris, to say that it is a policy of this administration to corrupt the public service by packing it with cronies who are unqualified to do the job. But that is bad and bad enough. When the professional public servants refuse to do the corrupt work, the next thing we hear, those public servants, their contracts are not renewed, Comrade Dawes. Not because there was any problem with their professional competence. Not because there was any issue with their integrity. In fact, it was because of their professionalism and because of their integrity, they will not do the nasty work of this government. They will not allow them to continue to pack the public service with incompetent cronies. We see it at NLA this morning. We've seen it at Petrojam. We've seen it at Nessal. We have seen it at JUTC. We have seen it at TPDCO. We have seen it at the Toll Authority. Agency after agency. I imagine at the Ministry of Health, it would be legion if we go across the regions. Agency after agency, department of government after department of government. And I say to the public servants, the professional public servants, do not be corrupted by this Andrew Holness administration. Stay true to your professionalism. Stay true to the expectations which the taxpayers of this country have for you. And don't worry about victimization, because time soon come. Time soon come. These people will throw you under the bus when them don't use you for corrupt purposes. We see how these people treat honest, humble public servants. We see how they treated the clerk to the House of Parliament. Somebody who has received national honors and who nobody found any fault with. But suddenly, in the evening of her career, they want to taint it. They are a wicked set of people. Wicked. So make sure you take sleep and mark that. Because these people cannot be trusted. But time soon come. Time soon come. So comrades, I'm going to leave you this evening. But I am happy to see so many young, competent, professional, new candidates here this evening. And I am encouraged that there is a good succession stream. Just as we saw at the council level, we see it at the MP level as well. Next generation. And the final thing I will say is that Comrade Damian Crawford is coming to announce a major goat program for the parish of Manchester. And South Manchester will be where he kicks it off. Thank you very much, comrades. One love, one heart.
Stand firm. Yeah, 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 yeah. In slavery days, my poor brothers couldn't rest. Our pregnant mothers, they carried them in on stress. Stand firm. We are one family. Stand firm. Stand firm against our enemies. Stand firm. Yeah, yeah.
Make we sweep with bad mind. Make we sweep with the thief in crime. Make we sweep with the false promise. Yo, Bunting, get your push broom. Peter Phillips,
check
get your
1,
broom.
2,
Yo,
3,
Julian,
and 4.
get a broom.
Yes. Comrades, one more time for Comrade Peter Murcat Bunting here in Bellefield Division. One more time. Remember, we apologize to Comrade Donovan Mitchell, who is at comfort at the murder scene. But we're moving right along. Comrades, I want to welcome a doctor, the General Secretary of the People's National Party, the campaign manager on Victory Day, February 26th for the local government elections. The campaign manager would cross the finish line whenever the general elections is called. Miss Lucky One's son, I bring to you now in Bellefield and a brother, none other than Dr. Dayton Campbell, General Secretary of the People's National Party.
Nowhere could it be? Must be somewhere for me. I put you back it desperately. I wanna be loved, not for who you think I am, not what you want me to be. Could you love me for me? Real love, with those strings attached.
Ease out. Comrades all, greetings. Whole heap of superstar on the platform. Just say greetings to everybody on the platform. Greetings to all of the comrades in the audience. And tonight I'm having a little problem with my throat, so I'm not going to stay too long. Plus, the rest there, so you don't need nobody else to talk. You may deal with the talking thing. So I just want to say a few things and then move out of the way. A few years ago, when the polls were coming out and they were showing the PNP trailing badly, I had to take the interviews. When Dan Anderson said that the PNP was 13 points behind in the polls, I had to take the interviews. I had to go and face Dean Jackson Miller. I had to go and face Cliff Hughes. I have to go and face Emily Shields. I had to go and face all of these media practitioners. Not once did I tell them that the polls were rubbish. Every single time I told them, we have a plan. We note what the polls are saying, but we have a plan. Because we are going to use that information to chart a course forward for the People's National Party. And so now when polls come out and say that the PNP is 8 percentage points ahead, I say respect due to the workers and warriors of the People's National Party. We did not choose to build the leader's popularity or favorability based on him putting on any orange clocks or any orange shoes. We never chose to build him popularity based on giving him any nickname. We built his favorability by pressing flesh with the people in the streets, in the different communities, different divisions, different constituencies, different parishes, going around this country 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So we know that the foundation that we have built is solid foundation. When we went into local government election, they pretended as if we needed their permission to win a division. Them take all people who we throw to the party and turn them in the face of them campaign. And then make it sound as if them could have walked in anywhere and win any seat them feel like. Them go down to Westmoreland and say them are going to win the White House division in the constituency where me there. And we beat by 1,200 votes in the division. Them come down to Manchester and say them are going to win Manchester. And we say them are going to get a beating. They have to get a beating. They must get a beating.
Mikel, Wickham, Julian, and the entire Victory Massive. So right now we're going forward with Damian Crawford.
Get rid of them. 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 Get rid of them.
Come talking about him name bro God, but all he does is lie and brag. Say we could sleep with the door open, that way he mad. Thousands of youths now in a body bag. Oh.
Get rid of them. 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 Get rid.
Say we never
Congrats.
speak but from PNP. It no make sense, nobody try change we. We waste our time to go forward to
Congrats.
the CLP.
Hold on, Mr. Music, man. Hold on. There are 15 divisions in the parish of Manchester. And currently, we have 12 of them being represented by the People's National Party. They have 2 MPs in the parish of Manchester who politically they have died. All that is left is for us to bury those bodies. Central Manchester will be returning to the column of the People's National Party. South Manchester candidate give up already. When you want to talk to him, you have to put out ads in the paper because nobody can find it. And as much as Brother Audley has been up in the north for a while, you know, we understand that Brother Audley is now slowing down and is on his way home. And that we have taken 2 of the 3 divisions in Northeast Manchester. And Northeast Manchester is now ready for the picking for the People's National Party. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. So, comrades, the other day, we were watching the budget debates, and they tried to convince us that them have the best Minister of Finance. They tried to convince us of that. And for the first time, me see a match a play, and one of the player take up red card. I know the referee do it, you know. Is one of the player them take up the red card and say, I give out red card. By 1 week after that, we say them for the wrong budget and them have to call back the parliament because the same player where did I give red card look like him out to get a ban for the whole season. Last week now, we hear say them miss them revenue targets. And the man say, not there's something we worry about. And said to him, say, you may have to consider some of the programs. Him said, not there's something you worry about. Now make me understand something. If me earn $200,000 for the month, I earn that, you know. The government earns through taxes. They have said no new taxes. So them now go earn nothing more. So if when month come, me never get 200 grand, them short me pay. which is what it means when you miss your target. You're not collecting enough money. The government pay short. Me not earn no more because me say no new taxes. The other thing is that I would have to take a loan. But them say them I reduce the debt to GDP, so them not take no more loan. The only other option that I would have is that I would have to decrease the amount of money that me spend for the month because me just not have it. So what he's trying to say to us is that they are not going to implement any new taxes, they're not going to borrow any money, and they're not going to cut any of their expenditure, but they miss them target. No Sankey, no sing so. Something got to give. And that is why you mustn't get caught up in just the hype. When they come and run off them mouth and make it look like a them alone know what to do. We are about the substance in doing the things to make the people's lives better. So when them run off them mouth and ask what time come mean, time come for better governance in our country, man. Time come for us to have a Minister of Health who don't tell us that Cornwall Regional need 2 billion for fix. Then the next week it needs 4 billion for fix. Then the next week it needs 6 billion for fix. Then the next week 8 billion. Then 10 billion. Then 14 billion. Now to 20 billion and it still don't fix. No, I don't want to accuse the Minister of Health of anything at all, you know. But me uncomfortable when one of the councillors in the Minister of Health seat run one funeral home. My Minister of Health supposed to want people to get better and go home to them life. But when you run funeral home and all that you want, when you run funeral home, you know want to see people get better and go their yard, you know. Because if that I go, you're not going to make no money. So me look a bit uncomfortable with certain things when me hear go on in Jamaica. Me not get in no trouble, man. I thought them attack. Thought them attack. But comrades, time come for us to have seriousness in government. How is it that the government of Jamaica get 50,000 bags of fertilizer to distribute, and as opposed to go to RADA and say to RADA, say, which crops now produce up to standard? Which farmers do we need to help? Go to JS and get the advice, and so you can impact on farmers. They decide to give the fertilizers to the supporters of the Labour Party. Them decide to give the fertilizer to MP and councillors and caretakers for the Labour Party. How do you get improvement in agriculture when you do that? The whole of we know, say sometime you plant carrot, you plant cabbage, and then all light come in one time and you have glut on the market. We need a government that is going to focus on building adequate storage. So when you have glut, you can store your supplies and wait till the price go back up. So you don't have to sell your cabbage for $5 a pound and $10 a pound. But you can make real money from the investment that you have made. We need a government that is serious about pray their last name. Because you have people who decide to reap where them never plant. You need a government that's going to put serious measures in place to ensure that when the farmers up in Bellefield toil and put in the hard work, that them can reap the benefit and send them picnic to school. We need a government that will deal with housing in a way that you can have dignity. I don't want none of our supporters, none of our brothers and sisters in this country have to run and go beg one MP if you put them name on a list and then wait for one prime minister blow up some balloon and put up some balloon and drive from town and come down here to cut ribbon for one dege house. I want a government that is going to ensure that the National Housing Trust that you make your contribution to, that you can get a benefit and build your house and live in dignity. We don't want when you put on your orange to come a meeting, we don't want to look a face the person, look through the window and say you run back a politics and you don't live nowhere. Time come now for our people to have decent quality housing opportunities. Me tell you something, I'm not too long. I feel like me gone too long already. So I just want to wrap up by saying the People's National Party has made a recovery from being 13 points behind to being 8 points ahead. First in the history of the country have we seen such a tremendous recovery in just 3.5 years. That is due to the hard work of the leader and the leadership of the party, but to the warriors, the workers, the foot soldiers of the People's National Party, who when it never fashionable to say you're PNP, you still put on your orange, fold your fist, shove your hand in the eye in the air and say me a comrade for life. Comrades, my heart goes out to you for all the love that you have for our noble movement. God bless you. The word is love.
Ease out. Comrades, you are down to a final speaker. And PMP run off a discipline and me run my business different. All of the man them sit down on them chair and if you come back at them seat now before me call up the next speaker. Comrade Omar, you will find your seat. Comrade Ryan Simpson, oh yeah talk. Comrade Kenneth Russell find on the seat. No empty chair now on the front row. No. On a Bellefield business that. Full up on a chair. Full up on a chair. Discipline is the order of the day. General Secretary Comrade David Campbell, we thank you for your message and your charge to the workers who are here. Comrade Andrew Smith, hold a seat. Comrade Sabrina, hold a seat. Comrade Omar Newell, hold your seat. Hold on a seat. Comrade, all right. You see the Gen Secretary, I'll call his name next, you know. There you go. Comrades, we are here at minutes to 10. No. And I say to you, I must thank you for the discipline, for the hard work that you continue to do. But I bring to you now a farmer, a lecturer, a businessman, the senator, the Rastaman, the PMP champion, candidate, Northwest St. Catherine, none other than the Rasta that liberate the people. Former president of the PMP YO when I was vice president. Comrade Damian.
Yeah, man. Maximilian. I love, man. You know, say, them a hold on your talent to the youth. Them a hold on your talent, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It all work, man. You see, some way we have to do twice to get half. And that's life. Because donkey tell us the world a level. Love and honor. I want to say a special good afternoon, of course, to those on the platform. I see Nachilani in the space. Dennis Meadows, big up yourself, same way. And we love say you see the light and stick to the People's National Party. I don't want the PMP them to talk about, oh, John was labor right and Mary was labor right. I cannot curse a goat for say me because him used to say moo. A goat should say me. So when the people start to say the right thing, welcome. Welcome to the People's National Party. Because no matter how you think you're cow, when manish water ready, you're going into the manish water. I don't care if a goat used to say moo. Thank God them find the light and start to say me. I also want to say a special big up to the General Secretary. And you should give credit whether Digicel or Flow, where that credit is due. There was a time that they said we did not have a chance. And the person who was in charge of making us have a chance was the General Secretary of the People's National Party. I don't have neither bad mind nor bad eye. I can see what is true and I can accept it to be true. Mr. General Secretary, congratulations is in order to you. And so says all of us. And because you don't stand alone, then the leader and the leadership must also be congratulated. And of course, those who stuck with the People's National Party when friends were few and enemies were plenty. When you used to afraid to make a tweet called Labor Right Gang It, and the 2, 3, 4 local PMP remained convinced that there will come a time again that the People's National Party will show that this is not a PMP country, but the PMP is the country's party. Is a difference. Because if it is a PMP country, then the PMP own the country. But if PMP is the country's party, then the country own the party. And the party that has always acted as if the country own it is the People's National Party. Congratulations to all the councillors who win. Oh, by the way, I have 2 of my councillors here tonight. You sit down at Northwest. I hear a man now go round him say, well, no one Crawford. Crawford lose 2 times. I don't know where he get that from. One time, they want to look a country that them buy out the thing and the thing never work out or it will work out. But I tell him, say, I don't care if you think it's 2, this will not be 3. And if you think it's 3, this will not be 4. And if you think it is 4, this will not be 5. Because I have some little soldier. It's for love we dropping. We call it zero tolerance. And that is why zero tolerance. And a be a landslide. There was a man who run in Yuatan against this local youth. And we call him Cash Pot. Because there was no box that him get than 16, 3, 7. More time you say, all right, like our Chinaman, a dog, Cash Pot. This man no make them get not more than 36. Respect, Comrade Tinkling. No box. We want them some of them one last. 128.7. I said, Jesus has mercy. Yeah. No, zero tolerance. But I am here tonight at Mario's conference because from me a youth, I don't like when register call. I'm hear my name 2 times. So there can only be one Crawford in this parliament. And since I intend to be there, I am leaving it to you to make sure when them appoint the register and them say, because right now you have 2 Holness, you have 2 Vaz, you have 2 Phillips. Me no want no more Crawford in there. One Crawford. So I am asking to make sure. I say me in a bright class, I'm say Alex Crawford, me just feel and go in those classes. Me no want my name call too much time. One Crawford. And it's Damian Crawford. So all other Crawford. Yeah, knock off. But from China, Sheen. The Crawford they come from Sheen. And I want to introduce you to Kenneth Russell, the junior shadow spokesperson for education. I'm a deputy shadow spokesperson. I'm second in command, but a strength behind me. See, sometimes them only see the artists and them go like them no want to see the people who play the piano, who play the drum, who play. This man, World Bank consultant, and on a ramping shop. You see, because labor have no talent, sometimes them use that for mark we. We have so much talent that when we take over it, them say, Fieval no bad like Damian, then Fieval can't bad like Damian and Russell together. Worse are wicked. Look out for this man, Kenneth Russell, Deputy Shadow Spokesperson. It is so. It is so. Now from the other day, I meditate upon a thing. And my people said they don't want me sing no more song. Them say me can't sing. But it's when me busting and rising star, all who did have bad me up. Then can't come. But the tune when me a med span, it says, by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat, and there we, when we remember, cause the wicked required from us, how can the Lord song in our street? I never think I'm a choir bossy. But the song says that they are there at the rivers of Babylon. Babylon is a bad place. And while they are at the rivers of Babylon, they are so sad that they weep of the memory of a good place. But in spite of their tears, there is another man who wants them not just to stop ball, but to sing. And not to sing Because the Lord's song cannot be a song of sorrow. It is a song of joy in a strange land. If you look at what is happening now, the Jamaica Labour Party is asking the country to sing the Lord's song in a strange land. When I hear Manchester having 3 murders in a week, that is a strange land. And they're asking you to accept that they have a crime plan and sing a song of gratitude in spite of the fact that the murders in Manchester have grown exponentially. There was a time that when, as a tourism minister, you go to foreign, and them say, what about the murder? They say, no, that's Kingston. You never once thought about Manchester as a murder center. What we see now is people in Manchester afraid to leave them yard. That is a strange land. When we see our children are in a situation that they are not only being killed, but they themselves are doing the killing, that is a strange land. When we see our women spending money on bottom and breast and none on brain, that is a strange land. When we see 10 men who decide instead of start a wholesale, they start a gang, we're in a strange land. So when they come for us to sing a song of gratitude, we must remind them that this is not the country that we are comfortable with. We are not comfortable in a country that farming is frowned upon. In a country that when I went and told them that we will grow goats, they call me goat man. But when Andrew tell them he'll give them donkey, they did not call him donkey man. That is a strange land. Because I believe and understand that a goat can eat, but a donkey can't. Should not. When we see that there is a minister of education that acts of his nothing is wrong, in spite of the problems that we're facing, we don't have to go further than maths and English. There is a reason why every country do maths. It is the subject of logic. It is the lack of logic why you see our young people are saying that they want to be a scammer because scammer rich. And the scammers are saying them have a Mark X and a Pro Box. But the bankers are saying they have a Range Rover. Logic would say that banking can make you richer than scamming. But instead of trying to be like Bush Stewart, who had a plane, or Lee Chin, who have a helicopter, they want to be like Yellow, who's a scammer with a Pro Box. It's the lack of logic. It is the lack of logic why a man decide to separate himself from the family. And so I'm saying to you, this is a strange land. Because you have some people who are going to PNP meeting and not going to PTA meeting. I don't like you know. If you don't love your youth, there should be no love available. How you feel love your party, but don't love your youth? When your party is a party that was built to make your youth better. The support for the PMP is a support for your child, with the understanding that that is what you're investing for the betterment of your child. I am so grateful to the elders of the party who helped Michael Manley, because without them, he wouldn't get power. And without power, we wouldn't have had the necessary things that made my life better. I remember one time you couldn't know who are coming in here a engine, only one man have a car. It's the People's National Party, liberalized motor vehicle, to the point where car now have traffic all about. I remember when we'd have to line up at phone box with Ica's card. When man a fight over that. I remember when there was a time where if you never rich, you couldn't vote. But also certain schools was not for you. I remember when those who passed common entrance used to come in at the cleaner, and the others used to go secondary school. Unlike Bellefield, and secondary school never did CXC, it did SSC, and university never accept SSC. It accepted CXC. It is the PNP that decided that we should give every child a chance and change all secondary schools into high schools. So when I hear some people say PNP not do nothing, I am confused. Because the only way in mathematics a positive can become zero is if a negative is added. So people see the positive actions of the PNP and add their negative mouth, their negative eyes, their negative mind, and say, nothing now go on. When you look at the changes, like the PAT program, which was the first time that there was a reserved amount of money for persons who were too poor to live like a human being. Because I see, you know, where there's a security dog and a security guard, and the security dog will get better treatment than the guard. It's one thing if the dog was a doctor, but the two of them do security work. And if the dog sick, him go vet. And if the man sick, him lay down and hope that God get him better. That's a strange land. Because there should be no circumstance that a dog is better treated than a man. That is the situation we're facing in this country. So when we see what is happening, you must ask yourself one simple question. What type of country am I comfortable in? What type of country do I want to see? And how am I going to help to create it? Because all we hear, the ray and the play. What we need are people who are committed to a change in the circumstances of our people. So when I hear all the things where Favor are going with, I come tonight for tell Favor, she have to go down right now. Tonight. She have to go down. Because we have 17% of Jamaican children having a university experience. In Barbados is 68%. And in spite of 17% having a university experience, there is no plan of how to increase the number of children in the university. That is why we say that we want to have 1 degree per household. so that the person who born to a mother who have a shop can now learn and turn the shop into a wholesale. We are tired in Manchester of some picnic with 8 and 9 subjects. They are trying them on wholesale because they can't afford the university. So we need a system that the first person in every family to qualify for the university should go for free. They are not thinking about that. I said, favor must go down tonight. Because our teachers are being forced by their circumstance to leave the country. There is a person, a set of children in St. James. The principal called me and said, Damian, come teach them some maths. I said, all right, but where are they? She said that the children in 5th form did not have a maths teacher from 3rd form. And that they had to use the PE teacher just to facilitate discipline, not to teach maths. And there is no plan from the government for teacher retention. We don't hear a teacher retention plan. Thousands are leaving every year. And when the teachers leave, they say, oh, we have another 1,000 coming, like every teacher can teach everything. It is the illogical basis because they take everybody for idiot. That's why I have a big up Comrade Peter Bunting. How am there? The leader of the Senate. Because when they come with foolishness, Comrade Bunting make a call and say, yo, all right, so we're going to beat them Friday. And when we beat them and teach them, every Friday, then get beat and teach. Sometimes I say, when you can't say something, when you silence so, then take out, then look a book and write. Because all of a sudden, every single entity with money there for Andrew Wallace's office. What sense does it make that the HEART, Heart NSTA, is at the Prime Minister's office and not at the Ministry of Education? But I tell you, if you are surrounded by 40 thieves, maybe you are Alibaba. And the people who are there only to see what they can get and not what they can do. I am giving you the people who are there to see what they can take, but not what they can give. I am giving you a new day. PNP Ako. Because we cannot continue to accept a stupidity being proposed that 60,000 girls under the age of 18 has been made pregnant by adults in the last 10 years. 60,000 drop out of school based on pregnancy. These are not usually the rich. They're the ones who, because they are in need of resources, allow people to take advantage of them. And there is no policy being put forward to say that we want a sexual offenders registry, because you can't be a gallus if you only have children as a girl. And some PNP see the girls in a taxi front, I go front and go back. I go front and go back. 6 times them pass them yard. And no, Unu no stop the taxi and say, oh, come now. Because not only the taxi man have to go down. Favor have to go down. Tonight. Because it is her duty to do that. The buck stops. So when I hear people, I say, why you blame the government? Like the parents now do what them for do. It is true that some parents is creating the problem. But when the problem is created, it is the role of the government to solve it. And if favor can't do it, God don't make we come do it. You have a set of youth now who have become enemies of themselves. And the best war to fight is a soldier who's against himself. That means you don't even have to fight. Nobody now have to hold on the youth them now. Because the youth them now start to drink liquor from morning till night. They get up in the morning and start to drink rum and boom. And they don't stop till night. And the man who make the rum and the boom, I don't see him doing that. But Dr. does. By the time them are 40, them have to start do kidney thing because, what you call it again, dialysis. You used to pee for free. And you take your steps to make you have to pay to pee. The youth them, I drink rum from morning till night. By my 45, him have diabetes. Lose eyesight. Lose foot. And there is not even one advertisement to say this might not be the thing to do. Because the funders are benefiting from our people being enemies of themselves. Them no want me catch a mic, you know. Because when we catch a mic, we talk the truth. And the truth shall set you free. I have no problem with a businessman. I do. But when the people are killing themselves, the government must intervene if it loves the people. But there's no way Andrew can love the people. Because there are 3 types of love. The first love is the reciprocal love. That is the love where I love you because you love me. Now I have that love because the people love me. But Andrew can't, who like Andrew? They created this thing to say that people like him. I have never met one. And I've never seen 2. And all of a sudden, Andrew popular and Andrew bright. The first time Andrew was introduced, he was introduced as young and bright. After his first speech, they take off the bright and said he was young. All of a sudden, they are creating this thing now. Because now that him not young again, and he's still not bright, he's neither young. Boy, you're not bright people. And if the Minister of Finance was so bright, why the $100 look like the $1,000? Well, I laugh about this thing. But let us not forget that they spent, see a man here, he give me the 100 and the 1,000. Boy, I don't know why, if he was so bright. You know how much time I pay people $100 for $1,000? And why the $50 look like the 5,000? But hold on. Let us not forget that the Minister of Finance spent millions of dollars on a digital payment system. And he came to Parliament that he paid his barber with the digital payment system. Nobody else have been paid since he paid his barber. Waste of money. All right. So what I'm saying is not only favor going down. Nigel must go down tonight. Tonight. Because somehow Nigel Clark tells the teachers that he is going to take away their non-tax benefit and replace it with just their salary. And somehow he explains that the salary will be a benefit because it gives them a better pension. Now, if I was to get $100,000 in benefit, I wouldn't pay taxes. Nigel Clark is telling the teachers that they should pay $25,000 a month for taxes so that they get $5,000 a month for pension. But why he must go down is because if you work from 20 to 65, that is 45 years of taxes. And if you live from 65 to 80, that is 15 years of pension. Why would I pay 40 years of taxes so that I can get 15 years of pension? But some of them when me hear I say them bright. Them not bright like when me in a 1 grade and them time them idle. He must go down. And if the country have so much money, why is it that the police cannot get their overtime pay? Arrest John, you must go down tonight. My comrades, it is one thing as a father, if when your youth come to you and say, Daddy, I need to pay my school fee, you say, boss, me now working, I'm broke, me can't do it. But you cannot go to your family and say, me rich, we good, we are do great, but you now get no school fee. The necessities of the country is not being satisfied. If the country is rich and the economy is booming, why people are asleep on ground? Christopherton must go down tonight. Me Dave not talk about Babsy Grange. I'm a local friend. But if you take the ministry of culture, which is supposed to shape our morals and our values, and change it to a ministry of events that only keep party when a celebration time, you must go down too. And as Dayton said, if fertilizer is reserved for your political affiliation and not your efforts that you have used to cultivate. Because I am not only a farmer, you know. No founder know me a farmer, but me a in farmer too, you know. I am a farmer and an in farmer. If I see you thieving people things, I take off my farmer hat and I put on my in-farmer hat, and I will tell on you. Especially good. And when Peter Bunting called me And he said, Damian, I need you to help with a program for goats. In the next 4 weeks, we will be launching this Manchester Goat program. And why? No music. Can me get carried away. The Manchester Goat program recognize that no meat not there like mutton. Unless I ask still. And every Sunday, every celebration, every night, goat have eat. And I have a problem with their English language because they keep on calling me goat man. That is singular. I have 700 goats. I am goats man, which is plural. I am saying to you, when the goat program comes, you must recognize that it is for your children's future. A rich man tell me that I will not be rich for myself because I will continue to reinvest. I'll be rich for my children. So when you get one, make it multiply, become 3. And then it multiply, become 9. I start 4 years ago with 40. 700. And anybody will think they can conceive some. I am giving you. Goat them have kill switch. Goat them have alarm system. My goat have tracker. My goat have GPS. Because when I told them, let us try, they laughed. Those who are looking at housing and don't hear the Prime Minister says, we need 60,000 houses for the poor. And the Prime Minister has only built 250 houses in a year. It will take 240 years for the Prime Minister to reach 60,000 who will be alive in two. And you must go down tonight. He must go down. He must go down. Because he came to Parliament to say that 26,000 young people needs to go to heart. But he's implementing a program for 30 per constituency. That's 1,800. He must go down because 25,000 will not go to heart. But they don't know that the matsman is here. They don't know that the maths boss is here. And so when I say X plus Y equals Z, it is correct. Because they have a program called LIFT. There is 220,000 children in the age group. And they will give 500. 500 will get LIFT. And 221,000 will get left. I don't know if the whole government must go down tonight. So my comrades, see the signal waving in the sky. Reinforcements now is coming. Central Manchester victory. South Manchester victory. Northwest Manchester victory. People's National Party's victory is nigh. Respect, power to the people.
government
My
must.
father.
No. The government must go down. Hello. Hold on. No. The candidate for Central Manchester just come back after the murder scene. If you know me, a surprises. Don't leave your seat. Sit back down and have a little thing. Not true. Allow the Rasta to sit and have a. Give me a bottle of water there. The government must go down. So, comrades, one more time for Comrade Damian Crawford, your guest speaker. What a start! Hello, everybody on the stage, have a seat. Those in the crowd, have a seat. Settle down. Ease. General Secretary, have a seat. Comrades, I want to let the comrade candidate have a minute to wish you a good night because he just came back from the murder scene. The man who is a pastor, I don't know if I'm going to sing, but a big singer, you know. Comrade Donovan Mitchell, the mayor of Mandeville, next member of parliament, Central Manchester.
All right, comrades, hear me now. After the guest speaker, you don't generally speak because I'm not speaking. I'm going to ask his comrade to be upstanding. Just stand up on your feet. Because the person that is dead, his first laptop as a disc jockey, the PMP bike give him. The other two are comrades. One dead, one has a broken arm, one the gunshot fly through the foot. Comrades, I ask for a minute of silence for the comrade. May his soul rest in peace and perpetual light shine on him. I'll give you just one word. Judges chapter 2 verse 10. There is a generation of Israelites that doesn't know what God has done for Israel. There is a generation of Jamaicans who doesn't know what the PNP has done for Jamaica. God bless you. Good night.
Comrades, I want to ask you, do not leave your seats. Let us be disciplined. The comrade ladies of the Bellefield division who are supposed to give our guest speakers a token, the people of the Bellefield division. I can tell you now, someone will go back with me. But the countryman, them like Omar Newell, now get nothing because them a countryman. But the people from Kingston who are not accustomed to the lovely things of Jamaica land we love will receive a token on behalf of the things from across the entire Jamaica. And I want to invite Comrade Damian Crawford to stand here with me as the first person that will receive a token from the people of the Bellefield Division, Region 5, Comrade McCarthy. You know, if you have St. Elizabeth, right? Comrade Leighton Smith, all the people from here. So I want to invite, who's coming to bring that? Who's the first person coming up? Sharifa, you come up? Present Comrade Damian Crawford a token from the people of the Bellefield Division. If you, when I tell you now, after we leave here, after the token has been presented and we do what we have to do, take up the bottle and the pen and whatever you have at your feet, this person stop it in the garbage. Who's coming for Damian? All right, come up. Yes, that's what I just mentioned. Oh, that box is big, but me hold it for you. Let me put it. See, when them come at Bellefield Division in Africa market for next month and a half, and them wife always call me and tell me thanks. Present it to Comrade Crawford.
On the behalf of the Bellefield Division, we present this gift basket here.
On behalf of the Bellefield Division, you get skeleton, you get thyme, you get melon, you get yam, you get dashi, you get cocoa, you get skeleton, you get thyme, you get tomato, you get melon, you get everything. In Africa market for next year. No worry yourself about it. Sheriff, you come next. Come, somebody carry. Come, Riggs, carry Sheriff box. Come, Sheriff. General Secretary, come. You turn town man. You no longer from St. Anne. General Secretary, come and Dayton Campbell. And when you go by HQ, you tell him, "Sir, Miss, you come and you share." Yeah. Look at that. Take a picture.
Alright, on behalf of the Bellefield Division, I'm presenting to you this lovely basket full of so many stuff. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What, Jensek, you want help? Yes. What time I jump? That's for some things. I food about this box a Damian box. Come here, Julian, come up next. Where next box there? One more box. I would have box for now. I want to give one man from St. Anne. Come here, Daz, getting box and gone. What am I doing? Where Gabby there? Come here, Gabby. Where Gabby there? Yes. Can't be the one come and get no food. You know where you go? Yeah.
So on behalf of the Bellefield Division, we want to present this little token to you. I pray that you'll appreciate its content.
All right. Thank you, Comrade Gabby. Me say you hold on box already, so put it down over there, sir. Okay. So, who is next? Who are present next? Comrade Joy from Bombay. No, you're not getting none. Go over your yard. Comrade Ryan Simpson, come over here, sir.
On behalf of the comrades of the Bellefield Division, I would like to present you with this little basket to show our love and appreciation for you being here tonight. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you. Wonderful, amazing.
All right. Comrade Kenneth Russell, come up here so now. May I have Chris and all them and them other people them not get none yet. Don't worry yourself, Chris. Me see every Monday, no. Don't worry yourself. May I give them a minute half thing. Comrade Michelle Casanova will present Comrade Chris. Yeah, the box there, you know where yourself. See box. Yeah, man, know yourself.
Comrade Chris, on behalf of on behalf of the Bellefield Division, I present to you this token of our appreciation and our love. I hope you will make use of what is in the box.
Definitely enjoy. Thank you.
Comrade Dexter Martin, Deputy General Secretary, come to the podium to sing the trumpet as we move forward. Comrades, I thank you for coming out. Take up a bottle or a cup at your feet. There's garbage bins all across the floor. We're going to clean up for school tomorrow. As a comrade, take up the garbage that is at your feet. And if you have a chair to carry, we're going to bring it down in the classroom because school starts tomorrow. Thank you to everyone for coming out. The constituency conference will be announced. Patrick conference is going to be announced. Mandeville conference we will hear about. Patrick conference as the party leader. All the conferences across the region. Come here, Carlin, you have a date them? Mandeville, May 19. Patrick, June 2nd. When is Royal Flat? Your worship. But the constituency conference is the second week of July, right? First week. First week of July. Come here, Dexter Martin to sing Jamaica Rise. I want to thank the police officers, Bellefield High School, all of you comrades who have turned out from near and far, because we are here as people.
The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all. Awake from the slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal and faithful, true to thee.
Comrades, those who are traveling from far and those in Kingston, tomorrow night at HQ, Comrade Ricardo James, Comrade Night at PMPH. If you can make it, Saturday's his funeral, we will get there. Comrades, music man, music.